what do? Do you send it for $2,000 to the people who have recovered? He's like, you don't have to. And so he does both. He shows you, if you want to do it yourself, here's how you can recover your data, this is the tools you need, this is what you do. Exactly. But if you want to learn how to do it yourself, here's all my videos and my YouTube tutorials and my blog on how to do all the stuff on your own.
So how is he putting bread on the table?
It's called myharddrivedied.com. You can just go there. I mean, I've never talked to the guy, I've never met him, but you could definitely get a hold of him and say, I'm doing exactly what you're doing, but with wood turning. I want to teach people how to do it and market my services. You're doing both. How do you do both?
Right.
That would be, and I'm sure there's other people who do that same kind of thing, but that would be the place to go for one person who's trying to do both.
Right.
So how to do both.
So what everyone has told me is video podcasting is the way to go. It's the way to brand
like a YouTube channel would be.
Yeah, a YouTube channel or a podcast through iTunes. I mean, Mark, the guy that does the Wood Whisperer, he got tons of free press because he won some kind of iTunes award for how-tos. That's because there's nobody else competing in the space. Right. There's nobody competing. So, but what he does, to me, honestly, is boring. It's like, here's how I'm setting up my table saw. Here's how I'm making this. Here's how I'm making that. So if you know like Emeril Lagasse or any of these people on Food Network, they're showing you how to cook, but at the same time they're super entertaining you. They've got their little taglines. They've got their fun parts. They got their segments that keep you constantly attached. So what I was thinking of doing, I have somebody who's willing to produce, and because I actually talked to Kevin a while ago saying I was having a hard time with the video editing. So I have a guy that's actually going to do the video editing. He's like, look, I totally believe in what you do, and if you're willing to kind of sort of partner up with me on this thing, and I'll build my resume while you're doing your thing, and we'll kind of play off each other. And I said, hey, that's great, match made in heaven. Besides that, he's a good friend of mine. Right. So what we were talking about is do the sort of Emeril Lagasse cooking show that you would be interested in watching, okay? Or someone who's just like generally interested in creativity would be interested in watching. So how does an artist develop his ideas? How do you do these creative sort of things and topics on creativity and blogging and sort of like geeky kind of nature things, but at the same time take all that same footage and then just do a how-to. So like that would be like the premium content for $5. Right. Download the complete how-to, and I'll give you the drawings on, on how I came up with it and how you should, because you're not interested in that, but you might be interested in like the artistic side of things. You might be interested in the blogging side of things, and you might find that, hey, this guy's got something going on that ties into my vertical, So for the sort of mass kind of, because we were just talking about how all these, with Google and stuff like that, but the mass, you go out on the street and you talk to people, they have no freaking clue. Right. You tell people that you're going to put your medical records around your neck, and they're like, what? So